Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to my channel Server Gyan. My name is Dr. Lokendra Singh, and within this video we are going to discuss about the implementation part of this scenario. It means the particular things which we discussed within last video, so we are going to see the implementation part of this. But we are going to cover this VPC section only within this video, and if you face any problem while setting up load balancer, whether public load balancer or internal load balancer, then we can create one another video based on the requirement. So let us begin with it, that how to create a VPC while selecting CIDR. How do we need to work on that, and when we create multiple route tables, so how to associate subnets with a specific route table, what is management server, and everything we are going to see it here. Okay, so let us begin with the practical. So what we are going to perform here, so we are going to create 3 route tables. We will create 9 subnets, and we will associate internet gateway here, we will associate net gateway here, and we will create one route table where there will be no gateway. So we are going to see that how to connect these particular 3 route tables with one another, and moreover we are going to see how to associate subnets with these. So please watch this video till end. And one more thing is here, if you are new to my channel, so please do like, share and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Okay, so we are in Mumbai region, and we are going to create a VPC. We are going to name it as my demo VPC, and the CIDR block is going to be 10.0.0.0/20. So you can keep it any based on your requirement. For this video I'm going to make it /20, and the tenancy is going to be default. If you make it dedicated now, then later on all the resources you are going to create within this VPC, these will be on dedicated host only. There will be no other option to configure it. Okay, so as you know, as soon as I have created this VPC, so there is one VPC created, one route table created, one DHCP option set, that is default here. So these are the things we have got. Moreover, one network ACL we got, one security group. So every VPC is created with one default security group. Fine. So now what we are going to do here is, we have already created VPC. These are the details of it. You can check. Now we are going to create, we are going to check route table. So what name do I need to give here? I'm going to say like public route table. Public route table. Whatever name you want, you can assign here. Why I have assigned here public route table? Because all the servers which are going to be created within this VPC, and all the servers where I need to associate public IP address, so I will associate and I will create those servers here. Moreover, so if we go to this diagram, so we are working with this, and we are going to associate one internet gateway. This icon shows internet gateway, so I will associate one internet gateway with this route table. Fine. Okay, so let us create first of all 3 subnets here, and we will associate those subnets here. So I'm going to say public subnet 1. This is the name. Then after, this is my VPC. I'll select one availability zone. So guys, keep this thing in mind when you are going to create 3 subnets, and these 3 subnets are going to be part of same route table. So these 3 subnets has to be in different availability zone, in order to ensure that you are going to work 10.0.1.0/24, in order to ensure that if your any availability zone goes down, then your infrastructure should not go down. So first subnet is created. Let us copy this, because it will help us to make it a little faster. Subnet 2 VPC is going to be this, availability zone is going to 1B. then after I'm going to say 1.0 will be replaced by 2.0. that's it. Fine. Okay, next thing, I'll create subnet 3. Guys, keep this thing in mind. We will accomplish this particular one by one. So this is going to be subnet 3 VPC, once again this one, and here subnet 1C. Why it is so? Because I'm going to have 3 subnet under single route table, and that route table will be used with internet gateway, which means whenever we are going to create any server inside this, so that will be created in public availability zone. It means DMZ zone, you can call that. So as you see it here, 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0. so we have created these 3 subnets in 3 different availability zones. Now I will have one internet gateway configured here. So what I'm going to do, I will associate this particular with this route table. I have this route table. I will go to this particular subnet, and I will associate all 3 available subnets with this route table. So these 3 routes are explicitly associated here. If you check right now, then all the 3 route tables are, all 3 subnets are associated here. So if you see, all 3 subnets are associated with this route table. Fine. Now what I'll do here is I'll create an internet gateway, and after creating internet gateway I will associate this internet gateway with this VPC. I will click on create internet gateway. I will say demo VPC route IGW internet gateway. I will give it a name. I'll create this internet gateway. Then after I will click on action and I click on attach to VPC. So as there is only one VPC, so guys keep this thing in mind, we can attach only one internet gateway with one VPC. More than one internet gateway is not allowed. Now what I'm going to do, I will create one additional route here. So as you see, there is only one route, that is 10.0.0.0/20, that is local target. Now I'll add one more route here because I need to access internet on the top of this particular route table. So all the servers, so what particular stuff I'm going to associate here as target, that is internet gateway, and demo VPC IGW is the name of it. I'll save route table, which means I have configured my first route table. So my this particular set is configured. I have configured route table 1 and these three subnets are there and everything is set it up. Fine. Now what I'm going to do, I will go to this route table once again, and I will create another route table here. I will configure here maybe demo VPC RT2, demo VPC, I'll say RT2. Fine. And rather than writing it RT2, I can define here as prod, which means the particular subnets, the particular servers which are going to be here, these are going to be for app. So if I want, rather than writing prod, so I can write here for app. It means all application servers which are going to be behind net gateway, so these servers are going to be here. Fine. Now what I'll do here, I will create a net gateway, and after creating a net gateway, I'll associate that net gateway with this route table. Now where I'm going to create this net gateway, keep this thing in mind, any of the particular subnet which is behind internet gateway, we need to create this subnet there. Fine. So I have selected a subnet here. I do not have an elastic IP address, and guys keep this thing in mind, your net gateway works with elastic IP. If you do not have, then you will have to create one. I have created. Now I'll go to add route table, as there are two route tables here. So let me show it here, like public route table and demo VPC RT app. It means this is the particular route table which I need to configure. So what I'll do here is I will add another route here, 10 like 0.0.0.0/0. What particular target I'm going to attach, that is going to be net gateway, and I will attach this one. Fine. I'll save route. So yes, this particular section is completed, like creating net gateway in public availability zone, in public subnet, and associating that particular net gateway with this route table. What I'm going to do next here is I'm going to create these three subnets here. Okay, now let us go to subnet, and we will create three subnet. So I'm going to say public, okay, let us say app and subnet 1. It means this is going to be for app and subnet is going to be 1. Then after we will select the VPC, as we know that this is going to be first, so this will be in 1A, and 10.0.4.0/24, this is the first subnet which we are going to create. Okay, so next subnet is going to be subnet 2, and once again we will create this subnet, like we can paste the name here, and this will be subnet 2. VPC, same VPC, what availability zone 1B, and 10.0.5.0/24 we can have here, and let us create it. One more subnet we need to create, that is going to be 6.0. Fine. So we will paste the name here, and this is going to be subnet 3. This will be in this VPC only. Availability zone going to be 1C, and IP address range is going to be 6.0/24, and that's it. Fine. Now what we are going to do, we are going to configure this particular route table. So as we know this route table is for app, we will go here, like routes we have already configured, as you see. So we have two like net gateway associated here. Now we will configure the particular subnets, because as you see, if we not associate that with a specific route table, so this is going to use main route table, and main route table is configured with internet gateway. Fine. So we will have to explicitly associate these three subnets like 4.0, 5.0 and 6.0 with this particular route table, which is our application route table. Fine. So 3 subnets are here and 3 subnets are here. Same thing, like once again we will create another route table and we will say like private route table demo. Private route table we are going to create, and maybe we can name it for DB. It means for database servers. This is going to be my VPC, and that is it. Now what I'm going to do here is I will not configure any NAT or internet gateway here. I will create only 3 subnets and I will associate those 3 subnets here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'll go to my subnets and I'll create one more subnet here, like demo DB subnet 1. Subnet 1 I can name it, and I'll select the VPC. I'll select the availability zone 1A. Then after I will select here 10.0. maybe 7.0/24. I'll select it. Then after I will create another subnet here. Name is going to be 2, like demo DB subnet 2. This is going to be my VPC. Once again I'll select 1B. Guys, keep this thing in mind as per this particular table. So we are going to have this one 7.0, 8.0 and 9.0. First one in US East 1A, US East 1B and 1C. Fine. So what we are going to do, subnet 2, this is going to be 10.0.8.0/24. That is it, we have created. And the final subnet which we are going to create here is going to be subnet 3, and this is going to be for your database only. This is going to be created in 1C, and the IP address range is going to be 10.0.9.0/24. That's it. Now what next thing we are going to do, the final thing which is remaining for us to configure is we will configure this route table. We will select this route table. We will we need not to configure anything here, because by default this is configured for all the particular route table which we have created. So by default it will be allowed to communicate with them. Now we need to edit, we need not to edit route here, because we are not going to have any NAT or internet gateway here. This is going to be a private subnet, and this particular subnet will be associated only for these database servers 1, 2, and this is going to be my third subnet, which means 7.0, 8.0 and 9.0. these are going to be part of this route table. So that is it, what I wanted to do. Okay, there are 2 subnets only, it means one is still missing. I will have to check that once again. So yes, this one. So it means I will have to configure these 3 subnets here. So if I want I can remove this. So 7.8.0, 9.0 are already associated. I will add this one only. So guys, if you see right now, okay, my bad. I have to select all the 3 which I want to associate. I will have to select all the 3. So right now all 3 are selected, and I will associate it now. So I have 3 subnets configured here, which means one subnet is in 1A, 1B and 1C. Like in route table 2, 1A, 1B and 1C, and route table 1, subnet 1, 2 and 3 are configured in 1A, 1B and 1C. We have created a NAT gateway in this particular subnet, and we have associated that NAT gateway with this route table 2, which is for application. This is for DB. So right now what we have configured here is we have configured 3 different route tables. Now if we talk about like the management server, package management server, you will create within this public availability zone, and obviously this will have internet access, as well as rest of servers will be authenticated and will be able to access this server, because this will be accessible on public as well as on private IP address. So these servers where internet is not configured, so these servers will be able to download packages from this server on private IP address. So guys, this is how we configure the stuff. This is how we configure the VPC. I hope this has been informative. If you like this video, so please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Have a good time and happy learning from Server Gyan. Be safe, be home. If you have any further questions, so please do write in comment box. I shall be happy to assist you on that. Thank you very much.